Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to, you can ignore my dog, I always got the dog in the background, but today we're going to talk about the Ninja Creami. You guys, the hype is real on this thing. I can't believe that I have ignored it for so long. I've seen so many people post about it for treats and stuff. But honestly, for me, I wanted a way to really make delicious protein ice cream. And I had my doubts. I'm like, is this really going to work? I have a really good high power Blendtec blender and you know, it works okay. I'm thinking how much better could it be than the blender? And I've always heard that making ice cream is complicated. And let me preface this by saying I just got this yesterday. I tried it for the very first time this morning. And so you guys are going to see me try it for the second time. So, you know, it might go bad. I might need to make adjustments. You know, this is the kind of thing you need to learn as you go. But the first time I made ice cream, it blew my mind. Blew my mind. Before I go any further, because you might have already seen this video, so I did post it on my storefront. If you're not already following my Amazon storefront, make sure you hit that follow button and follow. But I posted a video about about my results. I made a Ghost Lifestyle Nutter Butter Protein Powder Ice Cream, and I mixed in these mini peanut butter cups. I made it with almond milk and a little bit of Premier protein. I didn't really measure anything except for, no, I did. I measured the liquids, but you know, I didn't know like if it's going to be icy. You know, I've heard a lot of reviews where sometimes it's a little trial and error in the recipe. Sometimes it's crumbly, sometimes it's icy, but there's things you can do about that. So, but I have to say, my first go at it wasn't icy at all. It was extremely creamy, tasted like a traditional ice cream texture, which is exactly what I was looking for because I love ice cream, and it made an entire pint. And with the peanut butter cup mix-ins, the protein powder and everything, it was like 38 grams of protein and just under 300 calories. And excellent, very filling. You get to eat the entire pint for those macros, and it's just so exciting. Beyond that, you guys, I just want to let you know, I will be trying lots of different combos with all of my favorite protein powders, different mix-ins, so you can look forward to seeing that from me for specifics, because I think, you know, it's not fun all the time to have trial and error and then it doesn't work out. But if you're trying a recipe that I've already done, you know you're good to go. So while we're doing this live, I'll actually fire up the machine and we'll see how my second one goes. But let me kind of just go over some things with you first. So this is what I'm talking about, by the way. It's the Ninja Creami ice cream maker, and you can do all kinds of things with this. Think about acai bowls, the Dole Whip from Disneyland, like a dupe for that, a dupe for like the Wendy's Frosty. You can do pina coladas and alcohol treats and beverages in here. You can do, obviously, sorry, I always have delivery people in my house. I'm actually in my office to try to avoid interruptions, but you can never avoid interruptions here. But you can do so many things. So this is just tip of the iceberg. I wish I had gotten it sooner. I wish I had known about it. So that's why I'm here to tell you guys about it. So basically, this is the machine. What I recommend is getting your machine, opening it up, taking all the wrapping off of it, and take your time to kind of figure out how it works. Like, it's a very intuitive. It really helps you. It tells you all of the buttons to press, you know, to release this. It says hold and twist to release the bowl. If you hold and twist, you'll release the bowl. Sometimes I feel like, oh, hey, Natalie, you got to get this machine. It's amazing. Make ice cream at home. Charles, stop. So so basically, I'm going to go over, we're going to make ice cream, okay? But, so here is the bowl, right? You just detach it. There's a blade in here. This is like the technology that makes this amazing texture. But there's like symbols everywhere to tell you exactly how to use it. And if you're like me, it can, sometimes you're impatient, you just want to get out and get something out of the package and like fiddle with it, and you don't want to read instructions or whatever. Just take your time. You're not going to make ice cream the first day you get it because you have to make a base and freeze it. So take your time that first day to unpackage it, get to know your machine, get to know how you maneuver it, and then you won't be, you know, frustrated. It's actually not very hard, very intuitive. So you just turn it to lock it into position, and then you have very simple little buttons here to mess with, and we'll get into that in a second. But the very first thing you need to know is you make a base. You make and freeze a base of any combination of things, and that's going to become your ice cream. So I made this last night, and all this is a scoop of Ghost Lifestyle cookies and cream protein powder. I think I did 1.5 cups of almond milk in here, so I have a little more almond milk than in the recipe that I did earlier, so it'll be interesting to see if it comes out differently. And 4 ounces of this Premier Protein Vanilla Shake. So you're getting protein from here, protein from the protein powder, and that's, oh, that's not it. And then I did a dropper full of liquid stevia. That is it. And then I just mixed it, and I mixed it with this little whisk. I just poured it right into this container. These containers come with it. It comes with 3 with lids, and you can buy more. So here is, I have it highlighted down at the bottom. You can actually buy another 2-pack, because what you want to do is make all of the different combos that you want and then just put them in the freezer. That way, whenever you are in the mood for ice cream, you just go into your freezer, grab one, pop it in the machine, and you have your ice cream. Because, you know, you have to freeze it overnight. So it's not like you can't just like decide I want ice cream and then have ice cream today. You have to have a base already made. So I would say that's like the only downfall. But you basically put all of whatever, your liquid, your protein powder, whatever you want as your base into that, and you mix it up with a whisk till it's well blended. Put the lid on, pop it into the freezer, and freeze it overnight. And the only thing I would point out is you want to make sure you freeze it upright. So you don't want it twisted or turned. You want it to be frozen nice and flat at the top. So you want to freeze it upright. And then when you are ready to make your ice cream, you take it out of the freezer, pop it into the machine, and make your ice cream. So I'm going to show you, this is the container. I'm going to show you how to make a base, because I'm going to make my base for what I want to try tomorrow. And I will for sure let you know and do an individual video if this base comes out good. But, you know, my wheels started turning right away, and I'm like, I want cake batter or like birthday cake ice cream. So I'm doing my favorite protein powder that I have linked from PE Science Cake Pop. So I'm just going to do a scoop of that protein powder. You guys, this is so easy. It's ridiculous. 8 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Then I am going to do 4 ounces of Premier Protein. And I had some people say, hey, when I tried almond milk and just the protein powder, it doesn't look creamy or it didn't come out like yours. I don't know if maybe it's the addition to this Premier Protein, because it's very thick, a nice liquid protein shake. So that might help the creaminess. So I don't want to try it without it, honestly, not yet. So here I've got 4 ounces of the Premier Protein shake. Then I am going to do a dropper full of liquid stevia. I also have heard that using the liquid sweeteners is better than like stevia, the actual granulated stevia. It gets more crumbly if you use that. And then I'm also going to put in a little cap full of cake batter extract. This is just really a 1/2 cup. This is really going to give it that like true cake batter flavor. And then you just take your little whisk. I have baby whisks linked down below also, because you want a little whisk that you can use right into the container. And then you just mix it around until there's no lumps. Blends very easily. And that's it. It's very simple. That's it. So then you just put that in the freezer, and tomorrow I will be trying this. But I just wanted to show you guys this, because once you make the ice cream and you go through that setting to make the ice cream, then there's a mix-in setting to add fun stuff like little candy in pieces. And that's when I added the peanut butter, mini peanut butter cups. But to this one tomorrow, when I do the mix-ins, I'm going to add sprinkles. And so that is going to be absolutely delicious. I just know it. But stay tuned tomorrow to actually find out what that one tastes like. But we're going to go ahead and make the ice cream with this one. So I wanted to show you guys. And like I said, I don't know if this is going to come out. It has a little bit of different consistency than the one I made earlier. So we'll see if maybe that, and you know, what we can do to make it creamier. So you just take this off, take the lid off, take the lid off of your frozen base. You put it just right into the container, into the bowl. And then you line it up. There's like a little guide here. You line it up, twist it on till it locks. Then you put it on your base, and then you turn it until it goes up and locks, just like that. And so now I'm going to turn on the machine. When you are doing these types of mixes that are light and high protein and low in fat, low in calories, you use the light ice cream option. But you know what I would think would be an excellent addition and would probably make this even creamier and even a more amazing texture, and it's going to add some fats, is like adding in heavy cream. I think that would be a great combo. And if you were doing like a treat recipe, you're always going to have a heavy cream in that for sure. It comes, by the way, with tons of ideas and recipes. And there's a Facebook group. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and touch the light. It's going to get loud here for a minute while we make it. It gives you the progress right here, so you know, like, as it gets done. You can kind of see it doing its thing in here. Done. So, and there's things you can do if it doesn't look as creamy as you'd like it to be. So you press the button to release the bowl, twist it down, and then you unlock and remove the lid. It looks good. So at first glance, it might look like it's a little crumbly, but it's not. This is what it looked like earlier too. I'm actually going to add in some peanut butter cups. It's just fluffy. That's all it is. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's amazing. This is 300 calories. This entire pint of ice cream, like I've died and gone to ice cream heaven. Hold on. I'm going to give you guys a really good look, and I'm going to show you how I do the mix-in. So this doesn't need anything. in my opinion. It doesn't need any more. It's creamy. It's got great texture. It's not icy. It's delicious. The Ghost Lifestyle protein powders are so good. You guys, can you see this? Can you see this texture? Someone's like, oh, doesn't a blender do that? No, a blender doesn't do this. You can literally scoop this with an ice cream scoop onto an ice cream cone, which I for sure will be doing. Oh my God. Okay. It's so good. I literally had a pint of ice cream for breakfast. So to do mix-ins, you want to make dig a little hole in the middle of your ice cream. And I'll show you guys. Okay, so I just dug a little hole in the middle, just like all the way to the bottom. Put your spoon all the way to the bottom and create like a little pathway for your mix-ins. And for this, I'm gonna I would do crushed Oreos, 100% crushed Oreos, but I don't have any right now. Or I would do like 1 crushed Oreo thin, you know, for macro friendly. Or I'm doing these mini Peak B cups. It's about 56 calories for 8 of them. So we'll do 10. So, you know, just depends on what macros you want to work with or whatever. So you just put them in there in that hole that you created. You put your, oops, sorry. Where's my, oh. You put it back in here. Now, let's say you want it creamier than this and you don't like this consistency, or yours looks a little more icy. You could add this is the point where you would add a little more. I would do a little more Premier Protein, and then you just do here, that's a respin. There's a button for a respin, and it's gonna give you a creamier texture. I'm fine with this texture. I think this is perfect. So this is like traditional ice cream, not soft serve, like ice cream scoop ice cream. There's other options if you want like that softer texture. There's gelato, there's the smoothie bowl, sorbet. This is light ice cream. So I've got it back in here, and now I'm gonna use the mix-in option. Just turn it until it locks, and now I just press mix in, and it's gonna blend. It's going to spread those peanut butter cups throughout the ice cream. And now I've got peanut butter, cookies and cream, protein ice cream, a pint of it that's macro friendly, filling, delicious. You guys, the possibilities are endless. I cannot wait to try this one. I've got so many ideas for what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to be eating protein ice cream all summer long. Let's see how this comes out. If there's something that you want to splurge, this is a great activity for kids too for the summer. I am going to bring this machine to my brother's house and have my nieces each make their own special pint of ice cream with the things they like, and then they'll get to do their own mix-ins, and it's a fun like activity. So that's why it's important to get yourself some extra pints so that you can have, you know, you can just kind of do different things and have them ready to go in your freezer. All right, press the button to release it again, turn it. You guys, it's so easy. Turn the lid. Oops. Lift it off. Here we go. Here we have, see the peanut butter? You could do chocolate chips. Oh God, you guys, I can't help myself. Food is just like my love language. So here we go. We've got, make sure I get a peanut butter cup mixed in there. There's plenty of peanut butter cups in there. So let's try this out, you guys. Peanut butter cup. You guys, you need this machine. What do you think? My second try, 10 out of 10. Let's hope tomorrow is third time's a charm with my cake batter ice cream. I think it's going to be an absolute hit. I can put this in the freezer until I'm ready to eat it. If it's hardens too much, like say I'm not going to eat it right now, and it freezes again, the only thing you want to do is you want to make sure you flatten out the top before you put it back in the freezer so that you can easily just run it through another cycle of light ice cream, and it'll creamify it again. Now, keep in mind that if with the mix-ins, if I redo this light ice cream, put it through another process, it's going to pulverize those peanut butter cups. So it's going to kind of just blend the flavor right into the ice cream, and you're not going to actually have the individual peanut butter cups intact, which is absolutely fine. Still delicious. But then, for the future, I would recommend waiting to do the mix-in cycle until you are actually going to be eating your ice cream, so that you can actually have your mix-ins. Like I said, sprinkles, chocolate chips, peanut butter cups, so many amazing things you can do. This is a great opportunity for me to remind you some of the best protein powders, because, you know, obviously if the protein powder is good, it's going to taste amazing. If it's crappy protein powder, you know, I don't know how good it will taste. So I have another base right now in my freezer that is going to be like a dupe for the Wendy's Frosty, using the Impact Whey Protein in Chocolate Smooth. That is my favorite chocolate protein powder of all time. The one that I am using right here is Ghost Lifestyle Cookies and Cream. Like I said, a great mix-in for this would be an Oreo Thin. One crumbled up Oreo Thin in there after you make your ice cream as a mix-in will be absolutely delicious. The one that I made this morning was Nutter Butter Protein from Ghost. 1 scoop of Nutter Butter Protein, 8 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, 1/4 of the Premier Protein Shake in vanilla, and 8 of these mini peanut butter cups. That came in at under 300 calories, and it was 38 grams of protein. It's just like crazy. And then the one that I use to make the base live here with you guys is my Cake Pop protein from PE Science. That's my favorite one to make things with. It always makes things delicious. It's going to make amazing cake batter ice cream. I just know it. And then here is linked down below. The only thing you need, I would say, is a little whisk. That way you can mix your stuff right in these little pints. And then, of course, I definitely recommend getting a pack of these because it comes with 3. The machine I got, and I got this machine in white. It comes in different colors. But it came with 3. It came with a 2-pack of these, and then the machine itself had 1 in it. So there was a total of 3. So I placed an order because I want 2 more, because I think 5 is good. But I kind of can see myself like meal prepping my bases at the beginning of the week so that I can have ice cream every single day. Because why not? It's basically equivalent to a protein shake. But we all know I don't like drinking my calories. I'd much rather have a pint of ice cream, watching Real Housewives, and not feeling 1 ounce of guilt for it. Like, I'm a volume eater, and so, like, I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm excited. Anyways, guys, that is it. This is the Ninja Creami. 12 out of 10. Far exceeded my expectations. I just assumed that how much better could it be than the blender. It's extremely better than the blender. The only time I've ever been able to get like a thick, creamy consistency with my blender is when I use guar gum. And guar gum kind of leaves me feeling bloated. It's almost like it pushes air into it. And so it kind of gives you like a more bloated feeling. So it gives you fake volume because it puts air into the shake. So this is just way different. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you are not already following my Amazon storefront, highly recommend. I'm going to be posting little individual recipes on every time I use one that's like 10 out of 10. If I try a combo, of course I'm going to share it. So make sure to tune in for that and let me know if you end up getting the machine, because I want to know what you guys are doing with it, because I think it's amazing. What a great way to get protein in. Super filling, delicious, and worth every penny. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the next one.